Hi there, Roger Burnley here, and I have another video for you. And again, I'm following along and hopefully answering a lot of the questions that you've sent me, and using some of my clients here to demonstrate some things that will give you a better visual and an intellectual understanding of what we're trying to accomplish. So I'm here again with JC. How are you, sir?
Doing really well.
Good. Now, you just asked me a question about something that you wanted to try to understand or reach.
Certain numbers that I do where I sing really low, and it's not necessarily my strength down there, and I'm trying to just be able to get there and be there and kind of deliver it.
Great. Okay. Let me talk about that a little bit. First of all, understand that what we're always trying to do, and what I'm always trying to get you to do actually, is to sing where you're keeping your larynx or your voice box more relaxed or more stable. Because all you have to understand is that when your voice box and your larynx stays relaxed, you're not cutting off your air, okay? That's whether you're in your higher part of your range or in your lower part of your range. So I have different tricks that I use to get you to understand that. You have to get that what happens is your brain directs what's going on in your body, okay? So understand this, when you're hearing notes go down, you're following it with your head. Oh, I mean literally, and that's what you're doing. So when you're doing that, you're actually directing your voice box to kind of fall down as well. When that happens, your air is, again, it's cut off. So you're not going to reach a lot of your lower notes. So I use the idea, just think about this. This is like physics, basically. We're using the law of gravity. And so when you're going lower, this wonderful, neat little trick is to actually start to think that you're reversing your direction, that you are going in a different direction. And so I'm going to have you do this. I'm going to use some kind of the worst sounds on the lower notes. Let me start you way down here, and what I'm going to have you do is do this on ah. Okay, let me take you here. Let's go right down. Let's get to the lower because you were doing the octave lower. As you're getting there, we're starting to lose it a little bit because it's going back in your throat. So now what I'm going to do is give him a little idea, and I'm using one of my little crutches here to get you to understand this. I use the hands here because it's just easier for your attention to for you to feel or hear where we're directing the sound. So now what you're going to do, he's going to place his hands here, and he's going to think that as those notes are going down, every single one is actually going up. It's a very weird thing. You're reversing what your body is trying to have you, what your brain is trying to tell your body to do. When I'm doing that, there's no way that my larynx can go down. There's no way that I'm going to cut off your sound. So I'm going to cut off my sound. So I want you to do a little bit of that here. Use your hand so you can get the sense of it, okay? See, you got much more of it. Now, the key to this also is where you start. ah. You've got to always hear that you're starting up here. If you start too far back in your throat, then you're going to be lost, okay? So it's always here. I'm just going to demonstrate a little bit of this because I want you to really be able to practice this and see how low you'll be able to get. And it maintains this really rich tone. Tone is about air coming through. So because you're not cutting off your air, you're going to have more of that tone coming through. So it's always start, ah, ah, that first note, ah, 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 and I could keep taking that down, ah, ah, which didn't seem like I'm going to get that note, but when I came back in, ah, the sound comes through. So play around with it. It'll take you a while to get used to this because, again, remember, you're changing what your brain is, how your brain is directing your body. But you're going to see that this is really going to help you in getting your lower notes, but also this is going to help you over time. Don't try to figure it out now, but it will also help you in getting your higher notes as well, because you really do create them kind of in the same way. So it's just about really practicing this. It'll be easier for you on this lower part. So I hope you've gotten something out of this video, and please, I love getting your questions and comments, so please leave them below. And if you'd like access to more of my free videos, be sure and check the link below, and I'll see you soon.